Peru. How cool was it? How simple was it?
It was really simple. At first, I thought I needed to download the Meet Zippy app, but since you said I just typed my name, imagine it's just seamless.
That's the thing. It's
Amazing.
so
Yeah.
simple. That's how we design
Yeah.
it. Pretty
Yeah.
simple,
Wow.
straightforward. Just put in your name and you're in the room. Bing.
Awesome.
And here you
Awesome.
are, man. What time is it over there right now in
It's
Nigeria?
9:35 p.m. 9:35
9:35
p.m.
p.m. Wow.
Yeah.
It's 7:35 here a.m. in Sydney.
Wow. 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 Wow.
7:35. Wow. Wow. It's great. It's nice having you on
Same here,
board.
bro.
Yeah,
Same here. Same here. Abby.
yeah, basically. Because you are the most sorted person right now. Fitness and
I
all
like
that.
to think that.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
it's great having you here on board. So
Thank you,
let
bro.
the world know who Shedams is. Seyi and Shedams the brand. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my name is Seyi Olusore, but a lot of persons know me as Shedams Fitness, and that's because I'm a fitness coach, a weight loss expert, and yes, I'd like to add certified. I'm the creator and the brain behind Nigeria's first weight loss reality TV show, The Fastest Shedder. And yes, I recently got featured on CNN based on as a result of my contributions and the campaign against body shaming and raising awareness on obesity in Africa generally. So I've been into fitness for about 17 years now. It all started back in school, Covenant
Yeah,
University.
Covenant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the volleyball captain, and while we were having trainings, I took it so serious, with my trainings and having my fellow teammates. We'll train before we go into the real football and volleyball training sessions, and I would just have quite a number of female passers-by saying, "Oh, we know
Yeah.
you are this active guy. Let us,
Yeah.
these clothes don't fit again. They're too becoming too tight. What do you have for us? Let's see how we can lose weight." And off the top of my head, I'll just let them know, "Hey, let's do this. Don't do this. Take this. Take away this from your diet." And off the top of my head, and in about 2 weeks, they just come back and with amazing stories. They bring their clothes and say, "Oh, this is no longer my size. I mean, it's now bigger." So that's when I realized that that's something I needed to, pursue full time. You know, and that's what we have, and that's where the name Shedams. Shedams is actually coined from my name, Seyi and Damisola Shedams.
Shedowns. Wow.
Yeah.
I just love that thing. Shedowns. It's now become the
Shedams.
brand and all that.
A lot of people still think it's, yeah, you shed your arms, shed arms. So,
Exactly. You started, because I know they say behind every glory is a story. How you started. Was it? I know it was not easy for you. It was not easy. Your path through that. So
yeah.
let the world know your story, how you started. You just spoke about it started back in school. You notice people were gaining results via your advice and all that.
Yeah.
But then after school, there's another kettle of fish. Establishing it, coming to the surface. Yeah.
Back in school, under the tutelage of Bishop David Oyedepo, Papa, as we fondly call him, he says a leader is someone who realizes a need and meets that need. Yeah. And based on his own story, where a man of faith, you start anyhow, you don't procrastinate. For me, based on my experiences back in school, I realized that there was a problem. There was a challenge with women, plus-sized women, who needed to be reorientated on the need to be healthy and fit. So from there, I started going into the books, did research. As a matter of fact, while in school, I had to sell bread, Hebron bread from the
Yeah.
bakery. I started selling bread. I started staying behind for sideways to work on the construction site. That's when the construction site was always going on back then. I stayed behind so that I could develop myself, and I actually did the first ever reality, whatever, the first session that everybody's celebrating now. I actually did it back in school. I went to all the halls. I was putting I was going from one hall to another hall, just to see how well it can work. And because I was quite popular, I was a sports guy in school back then, TMC, jogging and everything. So everybody got to know. So I just didn't know I was having referrals from those that were coming to me based on, your tips and everything was working. So immediately I knew this thing was working. I called a meeting. I asked every person who felt they were on the big side to come to one corner of the university chapel. In my mind, I didn't think people would show up because I was like, will they come? Will they not come? And I got a call. The porter called me that, your attention is needed at the chapel. And lo and behold, I saw women. And I'm not saying women, I saw ladies, female students back in that corner of the chapel. And that was the turning point. And I knew I was called to do this. And that was why I had, you can't give from an empty tap. You can't give from an empty, what you don't have, you can't give. So that's when I knew I needed to develop myself. That's why up until now, I'm still doing certifications in fitness, nutrition, and diet and everything. So that's why whatever anybody says, can you? The issue is I can always fit in, whether it's yoga, whether it's nutrition, whether it's bodybuilding. I have an in-depth knowledge of what to do, so that by the time anybody comes with me with a problem, I dish out that solution. It hasn't been easy. That's the truth. I won't even sugarcoat it. I've had to go begging. I've had to, in Nigeria here, they don't send you. They don't support you. They say, you go to a government representative, you go to go and you submit proposals, and nobody's giving you that support. Nobody's giving you the money. I support myself. Even the show is majorly self-funded. I pay for the accommodation, the feeding, the clothing, a lot of things for 90 days. So I've had to rely on funds from my folks, from friends, in fact, there's a time I could not even pay my rent. I had to beg a friend of mine to loan me, So it's a sacrificial kind of lifestyle. It's a ministry for me. I like to call it a ministry for me. So it has not been easy. And sometimes I begin to wonder, like, if I was in another country, will it be rosy for me? Will I get the required support? I mean, I see other countries, how they embrace obesity. I mean, for CNN to come all the way from the US to come and look at what it means. I'm doing something right. And these are countries where health and fitness is priority. Now look at what COVID has done to a lot of persons all over the world. So if you've not been taking your fitness so serious, this is the time where fitness experts are being given audience. In Nigeria, how many fitness experts are being celebrated? Look at recently the UK Prime Minister. He had to employ the services of a personal trainer to be able to get back in shape after he had COVID. But look at us in Nigeria. They don't even send you. That's the truth. They don't send you at all. And if you're trying to go to any of them, they just turn deaf ears. And meanwhile, I recently got to find out that there's a ministry there's in the Ministry of Health in Nigeria, there's a department for wellness. Now, what are the sensitization going on at the moment to sensitize people about COVID, about the need to stay healthy, about the need to stay active? Now we have pills, we have teas, we have different things. People are dying, but what is the government doing? Thank God, I'm happy that some corporate bodies, some brands are waking up, and because they are also global brands. So these are the ones I'm partnering with at the moment, and these are the ones supporting me in the little way they can. And it's, they say half bread is better than none. In Nigeria, make I say half bread is better fast food chin chin.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that collaborations with certain global brands have helped me to an extent. I mean, it's a good one.
That's good. Good to hear. Thank God for that. So the next level we'll talk about is your experience in the cyber world, because your brand now it's gradually getting online, and I believe that you do fundamentally well if you push it online, so it will go across borders. You have a lot of participants overseas. What I'm looking at a situation where you have your own academy online.
Yeah.
People here in Europe, Australia, all over the world can key into the academy and follow whatever you're doing right there in Nigeria. Because those are the sort of setups we have here to support people like you and get big tech companies basically to support your academy. We already have such arrangements on board. I just want to even show you the survey we carried out online. The survey I carried out online, people's response, because when you look at images right now, people think so negative, about themselves, their body image, they compare.
Exactly.
They say things online and they're like, I have to be like this, I have to be like that, and they get depressed, stuff like that. So we did a survey. Let me just take you through it. So we go right. Okay. Yeah, we are here. This was the results as at people want to see a family-friendly media, 77% of the 800. And people believe that social media could be deceptive like this. Such images, and you have people assume that people take family now more important than career. 82% say they want family more than career. Then online dating, 57% said yes, it's a complete waste of time. 33% said no. And interracial marriages, you're looking at racism, 69% said go for it. 78% want a world without racists. 22% say, So these are that's basically the results. And one of the tech companies that I'm partnered with right now, they come up with a digital phone, digital freedom, that clears everything, takes away porn, adverts, things that are actually manipulating the thought patterns of people so that people can think clearly.
Clearly, or straight.
These are things that have, bringing like mental health issues and all that. And there's more to the phone than what people think. And let me just give you a clip of it so that you have a feel of it. And we know what we're into right now. Okay, I think that is it. So there's the message. Wow.
Awesome.
So that's the brand right there. And you can see that, remember, IT now, Internet of Things. That's what the phone is actually doing. Internet of so many things you could do. You could have health services with the phone and all that. So it keys into basically what you're doing right now with your fitness and all that. So it's something that we could play around with to enhance your vision, the academy, and all that, what you are doing right there in Nigeria. And it's so good to have you, and it's so good to see that you're doing a lot of good stuff right there, even with the little support you are having. Your story is going to be a case study that people would really sit down. My own vision is to inspire 1 million youths, and basically you are one of the role models we'll put on board there as a case study. People should look at your story right there in Nigeria with all the difficulties. You still pull through and all that.
Yeah.
And here in Australia, your story too is going to be a case study, because the students we are grooming here, they'll be mad about meeting you in person, basically. That's why I'm looking at your academy being online, whereby even before you leave Nigeria, people should start feeling you, because for CNN to come into Nigeria to cover your story, people pay to be featured on CNN, but your case was reversed. So it's great having you. It's great having you, Shedams. Thank you for making it out here, man. I deeply appreciate your presence and all that. Your tight schedule, you made it out here. I'm so honored.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So see you in the inside. So we'll talk later on.
All right, boss.
So bless you, Americans.